Hi everybody, it's Himal from ROSPA Imports and we're back on the show again. Yes, a lot has happened since then. We at ROSPA Imports are specialist importers. We travel the world sourcing some of the most unique cars out there. And we do it for passion. The reason it's done, I love doing that. I love going out there and finding those rare gems and fulfilling somebody's dream of owning that. What's always said, you know, dream it now, drive it, came from having those posters on your bedroom wall and thinking one day, oh, I'd love to own it, we make it happen. If you want a Countach, we'll go out there and we'll find a Countach and we'll bring it for you. We go and find the best cars for the best value. Our sourcing, we have partners in countries, but with particular orders or very high-end orders, shall I say, we even go the extra mile of traveling to wherever these vehicles are in the world, going and inspecting it ourselves once we've obviously narrowed down which cars we want to buy. It means me getting on a plane, going there, driving the car, making sure it is what it is, putting it in a container and bringing it home. So one of the new things that we've started doing in the business over the last 2 years is exporting cars as well. So we had a lot of people coming to us looking to either to immigrate or have something desirable that's wanted overseas, and we've now started to facilitate that entire process. We have international clients contacting us, but we're also helping local clients export their cars out. A lot has happened in the last 2 years. We've brought in some amazing machines, some really, really unique cars we've brought to the country. Standing out to me is basically, we brought in the one E30 M3. It has 30,000 kilometers on it. That car's like, no one's really seen it. It belongs to a very private collector. But I mean, that car's like a timepiece. You know, the day we opened the container on that, it was like looking at a brand new car. Also, we've brought in E36 M3 GT1, British Racing Green, one of 50 in the world. Brought in an M3 E36 GT2, also one of 50 in the world, Imola Red. We've brought in some Alpina cars. The Honda NSX was obviously really a highlight for me. We built also our own R34 with the 800 horsepower, twin turbo sequential car. So that's a dream build for us. Hopefully on the next series we can show you guys the car. It's a lot been going on. The Dolphin Grey E30 pillarless with the cream leather interior was an absolutely bone stock original car that we sourced in the UK. When it was imported, it came in with 48,000 miles on it. You know, which is basically, I don't know the exact conversion, but it's around 70,000 kilometers. I mean, the car drives like the day it drove out the showroom floor. The gears are smooth, everything works. The air conditioning, the electric mirrors, the window washers, you know, everything works on the car, and it's such an amazing car to drive. You know, it's not a car you drive fast. Yes, it's a Gushesh and everybody thinks, you know, rev it up or spin it up, but that's not the type of car it is. You know, it's such a unique driving experience, putting the top down, throwing on some shades, listening to some good music, and just enjoying a cruise. That's what the E30 convertible is really meant to do. The E30s that we import are the models that we don't have available in South Africa, or the more desirable models, or like the E30 M3, which we never ever saw. As an example, the convertibles are very popular, but we only had the cabriolet. So the cabriolet has the bar that goes across the center, whereas a pillarless is completely flat deck. Also, another popular seller is the E30 M3s. Well, I wouldn't say popular, but it's really sought after. Very expensive car, but any enthusiast would want to have an E30 M3 in their collection. You know, the heritage and pedigree behind it, in terms of touring car racing and dominance there, you feel it in the car. It's not like our IS. An E30 M3 is very, very, very different to our IS. It's got a 2.3 4-cylinder with individual throttle bodies, high revving engine, but the dynamics, the control, the balance is completely different to our IS. The R34 that we featured is a very, very unique car. It's the R34 V-Spec to NUR. It's the holy grail of GTRs. It's the model that is the most desirable, the most value, and it's really, really, really a special car. You know, to have that in South Africa, I think we're really, really lucky. It's something that the world desires, and there were very limited numbers made of them. The car that we managed to source for our client has 36,000 Ks on it. Exceptionally clean. Has mild mods on it, such as an exhaust and some intakes, but other than that, the car is 100% original. Driving it, you know, you get the feeling of how different it is to a normal 34. Unless you've driven, you know, the different variances, you wouldn't tell, but there is a massive difference in the ride, the performance, the handling of the V-Spec 2 NUR. You know, a lot of people just say, yes, it's the model to have, but they haven't had the experience or the understanding of how dynamically different the car is. Suspension setup, even though it's an original setup, is like driving a car that has coilovers. You know, that's what brings it to the point of how this car came out of factory. The turbo setup, the twin turbo setup on the motor is exceptional. Two cars, stock R34 and the NUR next to each other, and the NUR was leaps ahead. It looks like there's not much changed, but there is a lot dynamically changed on the car.